Welcome to an emergency broadcast of Friday night football. So, baseball is sadly over in a couple days, but in replacement for baseball, we have a little bit of late night football. It's nearly 2 a.m. on the East Coast here, but we got a tied up game between the Houston Cougars and the Oregon State Beavers. 24 apiece. There's a 2-minute warning in the fourth quarter. Now, here's what I'm thinking. I wait for this shit to go away. I've also never done stream with football, so forgive me because I don't do football streams. But so I'm not gonna lie, I was asleep. But then I look at this, I'm like, oh shit, there's football. Alright. It is my neck here. Make sure my stream's running smoothly. This was just a whim of the moment thing. Alright, so with the win, Houston will have its first 4-0 start since 2016. Oregon State avoids first 0-5 start since 1996. Alright, Oregon State at the 31.5 yard line, their own 31.5, and it snapped, dropped back, looking, rushing out to the right, avoiding pressure, and throws, not going to get there. Falls about 2 yards short. That's going to bring up a 4th and 8. Again, we just got back from the 2-minute warning. That's why it's not, perfect. If you look at this, first off, look at that guy's rights. Second off, there was immediate pressure on that right. So, props on him for avoiding the pressure. Alright, Coach Crew, not happy. Punter AJ Windsor, returner Mickey Muse. Barely any pressure on the punter. And it's not a great punt, but someone's watch came off. If you look in the bottom left there. But okay. Returner is down around the 26, and Houston's going to have 1:45 here. Connor Weigman. Last 2 drives, 8 for 10, 136, 2 tutties. Not bad at all. Is my OBS not working? Hold 1 minute here. Really? I can't do it because it's not going to show the fucking game because of YouTube TV. Alright, I should have expected that. Loki, I should have expected that. Shit, we still going to keep going. 1st and 10, going to be a handoff to Houston's running back. He's going to go down about a 4-yard gain here. Okay, that's going to bring up 2nd down. Clock's still ticking. Make sure everything's just okay here, stream health wise. 1st and 10, going to be a handoff. Alright. And Connor's going to take the snap. That's going to hit the ground. Going to bring up 3rd and 6. Clock stops at 1:07. And right here, next game's up, by the way. Tomorrow is Big Noon Football. We have Notre Dame versus Arkansas on ABC. Georgia Tech versus Wake Forest on ESPN. And the fans are getting wild for this action here on the West Coast. Alright, Connor drops back, looking, throws to his left. That is going to be incomplete again. That's going to bring up a 4th and 6. Oregon's going to have a minute left after Houston punts. Connor looking visibly upset or stressed. I don't know. He looks like he doesn't want to be here. But alright, returner for Oregon State's going to be Trent Walker. And Liam Doherty is the punter. And the punt, again, no pressure on the punter. And that is going to be a fair catch at the 10-yard line. Now, what I'm thinking here is I don't think Oregon State is going to try and air it out. I think they're going to try and do a slow attack. They still have both teams still have all three timeouts. Malik Murphy also is throwing for about 60%, 15 for 26. I think they're going to try a lot of drags, a lot of ins here. I think maybe if they can do 5-10 yard throws, that would be good. And that's going to be a handoff up the middle, and that's going to be about a 2, maybe 3 yard gain. That's going to bring up second down. Clock is now running. Houston calls their first timeout of the half. That was a 3 yard gain. I honestly did not expect a run. Is that a headset by Ford? Sorry, got sidetracked. I did not expect a run there from Oregon State. Now, what I did expect is the short yardage. Oh, game clock changed to 51 seconds. I guess timeout was called a second earlier. I expected the short yardage gain, but I did not expect a run up the middle. Okay, Malik in shotgun, motions receiver to the right, and that's going to be another handoff to the left. And there he goes. He's going to be taken down. Washington player is not hurt. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 1 here at about the 19. Houston takes their second timeout. They're going to try and get the ball back. And I can't tell if Oregon's trying to waste Houston's timeouts, or maybe they're just trying to run the clock out and bring it to overtime. I mean, if so, I get more time stream. Sorry, by the way, for no Friday Night Baseball. I mean, I wanted to. I did. But, yeah. All I know is that the Guardians and Tigers both lost. That's about the only thing I was going to cover the entire time. I was going to wear my Guardians cap and probably crash out. But I have faith in the Guardians. Also, David Fry, man. Now what's happening on the field. Just David Fry taking that fastball right to his nose. Poor guy. Okay, 3rd and 1 here for Oregon. Lined up in the single back formation. One wide receiver outright. And that is going to be a fullback dive. And he is going to get there and a couple more yards. Wow. That's going to be a first down. And a timeout has been called with 40 seconds left. How do you spell impulse? Okay. 1st and 10 at the 22. Number 0 motioned to the halfback, and that is hiked. Play action. Looking. Fires. That's complete down the middle, and that's going to be taken down around their own 40. 34 seconds, and from game clock not ticking. Oh, I forgot. College rules are weird, but still. All right, 28, and snap taken. Quick fire. that was fumbled out of bounds, I believe. And ref making a single signal. And is that going to be counted as an incomplete, or will the fumble fall based on the spot that he fumbled out of bounds at? It didn't even touch any green. It just fumbled out of bounds. Okay, it will be counted. The spot of the ball will be counted where it was fumbled out of bounds. 2nd and 3 at Oregon State's own 47. All alone. Here comes number 0. And going to drop back. Looking. 4 wide receivers are out. And, almost an interception. Pass deflected by number 15 on Washington State. And Malik, the quarterback, is a little bit slow coming up from that. 3rd and 3. Now I'm trying to see. Okay, they're just going to show the deflection. I was trying to see if Malik got touched at all. He did. He got taken down. No roughing the passer. It wasn't that late. Okay, 20 seconds left here. Play clock at 7. There we go. It's going to be a handoff, and we'll get a first down. And Oregon State's going to have to call a timeout here. I think they got time for one more run and then a very long field goal. Okay, what are they all looking at? Oh, they're just looking at the kicker warming up. Smith, I don't know what his range is. I know nothing about these two teams besides Oregon State was one of two teams that remained in the Pac-12 after the Pac-12 basically deformed, and now it's going to come back in next year, which is always good. We'll have it. Will they be a Power 5 conference, though, again, or are we just going to stick with 4 power conferences? That's my prediction, is that we're just going to stick with 4 power conferences. I don't know. Okay. Ball. Houston's 49 for Oregon State. 15 seconds left. All alone in shotgun. 4 wide receivers here. Why does that running back keep lining up as a wide receiver, then coming back to the right side? Snap taken, and that's going to be deflected on the ground. 11 seconds after that incompletion. 2nd and 10. Still has time to try and do something here. I don't know what he can try and do. I don't know. All I know is this game will end, and it's not going to be a tie. But anyways, okay. Ball still at the 49. 2nd and 10. 2, 1. Snap taken. Drop back. Looking. Evades pressure. And caught! Caught at the 29. Taken down at the 28. 5 seconds left. Oregon State calls a timeout. And we're going to get a field goal here for the win, potentially. He evaded pressure by stepping up. Very slight step up, but that step up saved him from being sacked or his pass being wildly off target. Threw it to the 7, who just barely came in for the not curl, but I don't know what you would call it. Holy. Okay, 5 seconds left. And that's going to be a 45-yard attempt. Oh, this is Cameron Smith, first field goal attempt at FBS level. Poor guy for a game winner, too. And Houston calls their last timeout to ice the kicker. Oh, this kicker looks nervous. I mean, obviously I'm rooting for him. But this kicker looks nervous. What is the Ryder Cup? I don't know. I keep seeing things about it, but I don't know what it is. Saturday foursomes. Oh, it's golf. Okay, 46-yard attempt for the young lad here. Almost all the way on the right hash mark. Okay, it's up. It's blocked. It's blocked. Washington tries to get it, and they cannot return it. We are going to go to overtime at 2:10 a.m. on the East Coast. We got some overtime football. Houston's second blocked field goal of the night. I told you I did not believe in this kicker. That did not have any arc on it. He just kicked it straight. I mean, maybe if the players were all like 3 feet tall, that would have gone somewhere. But that had an arc trajectory like this instead of that. It went like that instead of that. Okay, commercial break taken. Oh my gosh. I also love this watch, by the way. Holy. Why do I have 26 Facebook notifications? That's not something I should have. Wow. Just wow. I love college football in the morning here. Also, UVA won their game against number 8 ranked Florida Seminoles. Oh, it was great. It was great. Boston beat the Tigers, and we don't talk about the Guardians losing. Guardians. We're still in commercial here for Oregon State versus Houston. Beat the Cheez-Its. All right, here we go. Cheez-It overtime. I like this kind of thing now. Okay, and if you don't know how it works, first overtime, no game clock. Possession starts at opponent's 25-yard line. Both teams get one possession. Second overtime is the same, except they must attempt a 2-point conversion after touchdown. And third overtime and beyond, it's just 2-point conversions, and whoever gets there first, without the other, well, that's how it works. I absolutely love that explanation now. I saw it earlier with the FSU UVA game. That would have been a good game to commentate. All right, 24-24. Looks like Houston will get the ball first in this overtime. And remember, at least in the first one, they can kick a field goal if they can't get anything going on the first 3 downs. All right. Okay, maybe not then. It's at Bo Nix for Houston, and then Oregon State has it. Fake toss, looking, fires to the man he just fake tossed it to, and they'll be out. Gain of 4, and going to be out of bounds at 21. Again, no game clock here, just a play clock. Which I'm sure they'll not have a delay of game or anything. That's stupid. That was only a gain of 1. Apparently his foot went out a little bit sooner than I thought. Okay. Motion. And looking. Evades to the right. And caught. And they'll be out about the 19, 18. Still going to bring up a third down here. I really wish I could show you guys the game. But I cannot. Next time I'll try to find a way to fix that or something. Anyways, 3rd and 1 here. What in the world is this cheerleading squad? This is FBS football at its finest here. And okay, Oregon State takes their only timeout as their play clock was about to expire. And if ESPN didn't want to remind me the first 10 times, Houston does get the ball after this. Because unlike the NFL before last year, there is one possession on either side. Get me a rope and 5-minute train. I'm just an impulsive singer at this point. Anyways. Alright, so 3rd and 1 here. This kicker is again practicing. I don't know why he's still practicing. But if I was you, I would just not wanna. Yeah, don't take your DMs. Anyways, 3rd and 1. They bring a blitz. And that is not going to be a successful QB sneak. And I believe, yeah, that's going to result in 4th down. But it is a 4th and 1. Do they go for it? I think they do. The offense is still out there. The big boys are still out there. And they will go for it. Unless if they're trying to catch Houston offside. No, because they don't have a timeout. They will be going for it here on a 4th and about 1.5. They're 4 of 6 on the season on 4th down conversions. All right, 4th and 1. And snap. Handoff up the gut. That will not get there. And all Houston has to do is kick a field goal for the win. Now, obviously, the last field goal that was kicked was by a kicker who doesn't know how to kick a field goal. And it was blocked. But if Houston knows how to kick a field goal, then this will be the conclusion to the game. I don't know why you didn't at least, maybe just have a slight outside run. I mean, that was directly up the middle. That's like Napoleon charging his troops to go across the only bridge in town to take a city. You would need a lot of force for that. That's like the Eagles trying to tush push without 2 burly offensive linemen behind them. Very well, burly running backs, honestly. Saquon's a beast, a freaking freak of nature. All right, Houston has the ball at the opponent's 25 here. And snap, run, gains 3 yards, going to be brought down at the 22. 2nd and 7. This game's basically over. I mean, this is just filler time for ESPN at this point. I mean, Houston can just go timeout, kick the field goal, win it. I mean, obviously they want to get closer and maybe get that ball more in the middle as they're getting closer. Right now, it's about, I'd say it's maybe a foot off from the middle, foot to the right. Anyways, Houston wind up in shotgun, motions run back to the left, snap, handoff, and he got it right in the middle and another yard and a half. And yeah, I mean, this game's in the books if the kicker makes it. And I have faith that the kicker can make it. Houston's the only one doing the blocking the whole field goal thing tonight. But 3rd and 6 here, overtime. This game's basically in the books at this point. I mean, it's tied, obviously, since it's in overtime, but yeah, no. Alright, gonna do one more. No, we'll not do a handoff. We'll throw it out to the halfback, and he's gonna get a first down and more. He's gonna get to the 10, to the 9. He is brought down at the 9. I was expecting the handoff. Well, now don't I feel stupid? Okay, 1st and goal for Houston. No way they're gonna. And Oregon State, they are all in distress over there. Is that a clear visor for the... Okay, well, he's a pussy. Alright. Basically 9 men on the line at that point. And the running back going to get down to the 3-yard line there. And they're going to try for the touchdown. I am really, really hoping for a fumble at this point. I don't know why I'm hoping for a fumble, but that would be hilarious. And what the hell was that? The QB snapped it and just kind of ran to the left, and in the process, I think he lost the yard. I'm not sure. Cameron Smith, the kicker for Oregon State, is looking on in shock and disbelief that he did not put the game away earlier, from Houston's block kick. And okay, 3rd and goal, here comes the kicker. Oh, the keeper just ran to the left to have the ball go and to have the field position be straight down the middle. Okay, this is a 24-yard attempt. Snap, hold, kick. That's good. And Houston will win the ball game 27-24 over Oregon State. Houston's record will go to 4-0. Oregon State is now 0-5. Thank you all for tuning in tonight at 2:22 a.m. on the East Coast. I have been Ben, and I will, instead of Friday Night Baseball, since baseball season is moving towards the playoffs, I'm going to do some Friday Night Football, the CFB action. Thank you for tuning in. I have nothing else to do on at 2:22 a.m. on Saturday morning, and I will see you all later. Goodbye. Maybe I'll also do this tomorrow. I don't know.